Stone Show.
Oh my god, keep messing my camera too.
How's it going? Alright.
Yeah, man.
That's right. It's time for the Alexander Stone Show. Let's see. Where's this going? Right. Here. That's good. That. Now that's recycling. That's, used napkin. How's everybody doing? I want to hear at least 5 I'm doing greats. And by here I mean see you guys type it. Okay, so I'm joined here with Comrade Nate. I remind you this is not a Marxist event. I just like to say comrade. yeah. Doing great. We have yurts. That is right. That is epic. We also have, even better than yurts, we have something called a Canopy, or something called Canopy. And we're going to take a second here with Monsieur Nate, and he's going to explain to us what he's working on here. It is something that I think we've all thought about in passing thoughts, but I guess none of us have had the jam to do it. So, is the Alexander Stone? Yeah, exactly. Right now, it is the Alexander Stone Show. That's right. So, we're here with Nate. He's going to explain Canopy a little bit.
Okay, so Canopy is just one of many solutions to kind of try to make the Occupy movement grow beyond its borders, beyond the limitations of just any particular park and any particular city. So what it is it's an open social platform for idea generation. So it's a think tank. It's an online think tank. People present problems. They can be problems under any particular topic. So it could be a general problem that you have with the globe. It could be a problem about human rights. It could be an economic problem. It could be a problem that you have with Pokemon or your sports team or something like that. It really doesn't matter because it's just a platform. But we're going to use it. It's basically a smart form. So people present problems. Problems get voted up as important underneath their different canopies. So if it's a really important human rights problem, it moves to the top of the human rights forum, you could call it. It's a page for problems. And then you click on the problem, and it opens up a solution page where we're basically crowdsourcing solutions. So the top solutions move to the top. It's split into 3 columns where you have the left side for people who are for the solution. You have a center column where people are, where all the objective information is placed. So you have citations and statistics and outside sources. And then on the right side is people who are against it. And the people who are for and the people who are against, all their comments are socially voted up to the top, kind of like Reddit or something like that if you're used to that. And then we move from proposed solutions, to actual action. So the way that it would work in theory is that people donate money to Canopy in general, or to a particular Canopy topic within Canopy. And then we can use that money to invest in new businesses and solutions, actions, organizations, basically run those programs through Kickstarter so that we become a philanthropy organization who are investing in businesses. Should sit the mic down. Is it too loud? So that's how it makes money, basically, is it makes money by investing in business. It's a very self-contained idea, and it's going to be completely open source and completely modular, so you'll be able to edit or modify how it works for your purposes. It'll also be completely transparent, so you can parse the system for statistical information, so you can determine what kind of solutions appeal to what demographic, so that you can actually see when there's a generation gap, or you can see when there's a geographical mismatch. Some problems that work for Toronto won't work for Edmonton or won't work for St. John, so we really have to address that dissonance between different. You can't have one size fits all solution, and this is what we're trying to address. And it's just one idea, one of many. I've seen a lot of people talk about different ways to give this movement a means to affect the world.
Could what's a good example of that in the works? Like, let's say, I don't know, voting on how we should farm or something. Here, give me an example.
Some people might say that cities don't have locally grown food. So that would, under the agriculture canopy, somebody would post, cities spend way too much importing food, or we can't eat local or whatever. So then somebody would say a solution to that problem would be to create vertical farming operations within the city. And then somebody would add to that. They would say, okay, I'm for this. People would say, I'm against that. We can't have agricultural thing like vertical farming in the city. The arguments for would be crowdsourced up, so you see the best arguments for and the best arguments against. In the center, once you kind of see the consensus for how it is, there are people who will be adding in actions that can actually be done, like concrete steps that can be taken to bring it about.
Like a YouTube video, like people nominate different issues, and then people can go and vote the issue. If they like the issue, say if it's in their neighborhood, so put this swing set here or there. They can go.
Local canopy.
Yeah, they can go and vote on the issue if it concerns them, and they can spend all their time voting on different issues if they want. That's the whole point of government. Should be like governance is done 24/7 type of thing, depending if it concerns you or whatever. And then the popular issues, if they get a lot of votes, a lot of attention, say it's some issues spans across the borders and galvanizes a lot of support, then it goes like it's like a YouTube video that gets like wildfire, like millions of hits. Then it moves up to the then official, like say GA meeting or whatever official channels for further voting.
So once we've got actions, once people start adding in actions to actually make vertical farming happen in the city, then we have the steps required to start businesses, to start organizations. So we can entrust thought leaders who will know through the system to start a business funded partially by Canopy through Kickstarter, and that will be a company under Canopy, with Canopy as a shareholder. So it's kind of this self-perpetuating and entrepreneurial. Nobody could say that we're not like business-minded or innovative or entrepreneurial. It's 100% all of those things, and it improves the world in theory. So, yeah. Any questions about that? Or do you have any more questions?
I always have questions. Always have questions. So you were talking a bit about this. I guess there's a few programmers involved right now.
Yeah.
And they're all part of the Occupy movement, more or less, right?
Yeah, they've all been here for several days, and the lead developer, he's Jesse. He's been here since the beginning.
A lot of talking.
As far as population capacity, is a lot of rumor over is the Earth over capacity. Of course, with an current wasteful system of resource management and wealth distribution, of course it's over capacity. We already have starving and struggling people worldwide, even the most developed countries like here. However, if it's well managed, I think the Earth's capacity is around 40 billion people.
Yeah, the world hunger is a matter of distribution, not population. That is true. So, like for example, under Occupy, you could say under the human rights canopy, there would be a canopy for feeding the hungry, and then you could propose the problem that feeding the population is not really a matter of it's not a matter of too many people. It's a matter of distribution. And then somebody would say, here's a solution. There would be thousands of people suggesting different solutions. The best solutions would move to the top. People would argue pro, con that solution. The objective stats and information would be in the center column, and then we can identify step-by-step ways to actually solve that distribution problem and create an organization to handle those actions, which we would invest in as Canopy and be partial shareholder through Kickstarter. So we would invest in a proportion of what they need, let's say 20% or something like that, and then